Carlos, how are you? Welcome to Talk Drive.
Very good. Thank you for taking my call.
Did you know my dad died?
I did hear you say it once or twice.
Yeah, sad that. But Mike Graham's alive. Right, Carlos, what do you want to say on Talk Drive, my friend?
When it comes to the NHS, or whether you're talking about doctors and all that kind of stuff, I'm 48 years of age, and I've dealt with the NHS, with different things in my life. Yep. And I've got to say, 9 times out of 10, they've let me down and let my family down.
Really?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Wow. Why?
Right. I'll give you the first example. This is going back 20 or 30 years, but my sister had cancer. I don't want to be too... Basically, they cut her open without putting her totally to sleep, so she felt every single cut of her body.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then you're looking at, for instance, myself. I very rarely go to the doctors, very rarely go to the hospital. But what I do have is an issue with my back. I have chronic back problems. I've gone to the doctors on numerous occasions. All they want to do is give me painkillers and just said stop being a baby, basically. They never asked me key questions in reference to cancer on my back or what symptoms I have. It was only until I went private that I knew it straight away, because they started to ask me the questions of, am I having problems with my bowels, doing checks, they've sent me for an x-ray, all that kind of stuff before they even started to do treatment on my back.
I guess for me, I'm being honest. I think the people who work in the NHS do a fantastic job under terribly difficult situations, Carlos, right? There will be mistakes made, won't there? And I don't like to hear what I've heard from you. And I'm not going to sit here and insult you and say, but in the majority of cases, it's good, because if it isn't good for you, that's going to colour how you see it, isn't it?
No, that's your point of view. But this fairyland thing with the NHS is absolute BS. I'm not the only person, because I speak to many people in reference to their experiences in the NHS. The NHS is a system that hasn't worked for many, many years. The fault of the NHS and why the NHS was brought in was a fantastic idea. However, what you've got, and I don't mean to be really bad, is that you have people in the procurement team that haven't got a clue, that will spend more on paracetamol, anodine, and all these kind of things, more expensive than you would do going to your own Boots, newsagents, that kind of thing. They spend a fortune on plants in the hotel, where they could get it cheaper from other suppliers.
Are you? I'm not cutting you off, Carlos, but I want to get as many people on as possible. Are you going to stick with private then? You'll never go back to the NHS?
No. What I would personally love is that if the government turn around and say, I don't have to pay for the NHS anymore, because I pay an absolute fortune on...
What happens if you have a heart attack in the street? Because a private ambulance ain't going to get to you, pal. I'm being serious.
Why wouldn't a private ambulance get to me if I'm in a private company? My brother-in-law is private because he earns a decent amount of money, and every treatment that he's had it very quickly.
No, I'm talking about being picked up off the street. Private medicine's fine. You beat a waiting list, absolutely understand that. Know that from experience. But here's the thing. They won't pick you up off the street, a private ambulance, if you have a heart attack. If I have a heart attack right now, even if I've got private medicine, it'll be an NHS ambulance that picks me up. Fact.
We use the NHS use private ambulances all the time.
Listen, we'll agree to disagree, but I actually genuinely, I get where you're coming from, and I also understand that argument that we can keep throwing money and it doesn't seem to get any better, and I'm not blindly saying it's fantastic. There's undoubted problems. Carlos, thank you for your call in London.